Welcome to a presentation and a walkthrough of all the contents of our new urban drum library, the Boom Drums. So first you get a folder that contains all of the loops that we used in the demo, so you can use those royalty free, chop them up, do what you want with them. Then we have a kits folder, and that contains 7 drum kits that are actually formatted for Maschine, version 1.8 and up. And we actually just included the wave samples within those kits. We did that for 2 reasons. First, it makes dragging and dropping into Maschine real easy for the actual kits to locate the samples. And second, if you don't use Maschine and you want to use the kits, you can just drag and drop these into your sampler of choice, whether it's battery or contact or whatever you like using. So getting to the actual drum samples, you have a claps big folder, and these are just layered clap sounds. Then there's a claps small folder, and a lot of these are just one-shot claps. I mean, just like one sample claps. They're shorter, they don't have, they're not layered with other sounds. And they're great for syncopated hits or maybe just layering with a snare to kind of get a new sound. Then we have a hi-hats folder that contains a closed and open subfolder. In the closed folder, you get 45 closed hi-hats. Some of them range from really acoustic sounding to kind of synthesized or to a mix of the two. And then the open, you have 35 open hi-hats, and they range from acoustic to processed to synthesized. And then you have the kick folder, one of the meaty things in the boom drum. So what we have is we have 75 kicks, and they range from processed, acoustic, mixed, vinyl. There's a lot of different sounds in here. A percussion folder that has things like tambourines, percs, all that stuff. And then we have our snares big folder, and those are our big layered snares. And finally, we have the snares short folder, which is kind of like the small claps. Some of them are 808 sounding. Some of them are just shorter sounds. That one is hard to play in the actual browser. But you have... And then finally, you have the snares short folder. And these are great for syncopated hits or just layering with a clap or a snare to kind of get a new sound. Some of the sounds range from like 808. Anything like that. So now I'm going to go through and play some of the actual kits in Maschine so you can see those. And what we did with the Maschine kits, we followed a pretty specific pattern with how we laid out the kits. It goes kick, clap, snare, hi-hat closed, kick, clap, snare, hi-hat closed 2, and then the rest are just percussion and kind of extra snares, the small claps, the small snares, things like that. The reason we did that was because for the first 8 pads, it really mimics and mirrors what Maschine does and what Native Instruments do with all their expansions. So if you want to use some of the MIDI progressions that you can load up in Maschine with our kits, you can do that, and they should work without too much hassle. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. If you haven't checked out the demo on SoundCloud and on our website, do that. You can hear all the drums in the context of some pretty simple kind of hip-hop beats.